Steve, terrific win today. Obviously, backs to the wall stuff, but I thought we really played well given the conditions.
Yeah, I can't explain how heavy the wind was. It was very difficult for them to play there. Reason I went with a 5 in midfield today was because I knew that would happen. Every time we've played here, it's been windy, and I felt if we could just get the ball down and play in stages through the middle of the park, it'd be easier. Wasn't to be. At times we did. But in general, like I say, them conditions were hard for them players. You're trying to clear your lines and it's going back towards the goalkeeper. So the boys in the second half dug in really well. Like I said, the penalty, no one in the ground knew what it was for. Even their players were running back, so they thought it was a free kick to us. But the boys dug in, you know. Tony's made a great save as well when we switched off. But I think thoroughly deserved victory for us.
Terrific save by Tony, wasn't it? Right at the end, virtually the last kick of the game.
Yep, it was, and like I say, that's what he's paid to do, and he's done very well this season. Gutted that the back five didn't get a clean sheet today, because they worked ever so hard for that, and for that penalty to be given, it was a bit of a shame, really. But
and you've no idea what it was for, because we couldn't see.
He said pull in the shirt. Tom Parkinson said it was my man, and as he went to challenge Tony, I just stepped across him. I didn't pull his shirt at all. So he sees something no one else did in the ground, and I think he was dying to give him something. The number 9 went over 2 or 3 times, and he didn't do nothing about that. So, Jim, I'm just happy that we didn't have back-to-back defeats. We've still kept that record, and it was a fantastic result for us today.
Well, yes, because this is not the easiest place to come when you're facing back-to-back defeats, is it?
Well, we struggled this season in the FA Cup, obviously down to the injuries we had. Last year, we come here with, like I say, not as good sides I've got this year, and we got turned over as well. And I was confident today that we'd get a result. Getting 2-0 up before half time was great, and it was well deserved, I think, if I'm being honest. And like I say, it was just backs to the wall second half with that win. We knew what it was going to be like. That's why we had the wind in the first half. We exploited it, used it. Second half, obviously, we just held out.
I thought Luke Allen coped with the conditions really well, particularly in the first half on such a bumpy pitch. Luke Allen.
Yeah, he did, yeah. I'm just a bit disappointed at times when we get him in the little pocket that he didn't just keep driving, because he's got a fantastic turn of pace, and that's why I played him in there and Luke blew him out wide, because I knew Bluey would get their fullback and stop him getting forward, which I don't think the fullback got forward many times in the whole game. That was the game plan on that one. But with Luke, I was expecting him to just drive on a bit more, because he has got that explosive pace over 5-10 yards, and a couple of times he tried to knock longer balls out wide rather than driving at their centre half, because they don't like players like him running at you. So, like I say, he done very well. Tired a little bit, it looked like, so I brought Tommy Whitnell on, and again he stepped in, no problem.
It's a big statement by the club, isn't it, on today's result? We've lost, perhaps unlikely to Met Police 1-0. That would people look, gosh, what happened there? We've come to a place like this and won it. So it's another statement saying we're still in this.
Well, I said, Jim, I don't look for excuses, but I feel that Met Police game was a game too far for us. You know, Enfield very tough. Put a lot of effort into that to get a good victory. To come back from being down and out on the Saturday on a heavy pitch took a lot out of us, and there was just no real spark in our game, you know. But watching the highlights, I know they might be a little bit biased towards us, but we had a few chances. They scored and they shut up shop, whereas today we scored, got another one, and then teams got to come at you. And I think we're quite good at exploiting spaces when teams come at us. But all in all, yeah, people might be wary of us. What we are, we're a team that never give up, and we deserved our victory today, in my opinion. It keeps us 74 points now. I don't know about the other results, I'm not interested in the other results. We've got Canvey next week. If we can pick up another 3 points there at home, that's 77 points. You know, we're on our way to getting where we want to be, which is the playoffs, and that's far more expectation than the club had at the start of the season.
Definitely. I think he started drop points today, by the way, but anyway, that's just an aside.
That don't interest me. In terms of players, I know you're going to ask me that question. I was on the phone constantly yesterday for teams above to try and get a player or two in, and no one's letting anyone go. And this time last year, I couldn't. Not players were coming left, right, and centre at me, you know. And I had to turn players away. This year, I can't get none in the position we're in. You know, fighting relegation, I've got loads of players. This year, we're fighting for promotion. I can't get anybody, so it's difficult. But the boys showed there today the togetherness and how well they played for each other.
Well, I'll tell you what. Looking at that side today, there is an argument that says, do you need reinforcements? And I know suspensions and injuries and stuff like that can kick in.
That's my concern, because we've only got till the 31st of March, and then you can't do any more business after that, you know. And at the minute, like I say, if we can get one more body in, it'd be great. And we keep what we got, because they're a good bunch, and they deserved whether we go up or not, or we get the playoffs or not, them players have deserved the right to see it through to the end, rather than we bring some other people in.
Sure. Well, well done today on the way you set the team up, and well done to the boys. Terrific result, Steve.
Thanks, Jim.